Hello, my name is Paul Kroto. I'm a Diamond Director with Drink ACT, and in this short video, I would like to go over with you Law number 14 of the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, the Law of the Buy-in. The Law of the Buy-in states that people buy into the leader first, then the vision. So you can't just go out there and start selling people on your vision. You must get people to buy into you first. There's a great quote that John has in chapter 14 of his book, and it states that the leader finds the dream and then the people. So you got to find a dream first and then the people to make that dream become a reality. So what I had to do first is find a dream. And my dream is to have total financial and time freedom. So I found a dream. Then what I had to do is I had to go out and find people that had that same dream and wanted to take the journey with me towards achieving that. Now the second part of that quote is that the people find the leader and then the dream. So it kind of works opposite for normal people. Leaders find the dream first, then the people. But the people find the leader first. So people went out and said, who do I want to follow out there? And they found me. Okay, so they found Paul Kroto. And when they found me and bought into me, once that happened, then I showed them the dream, and then they got on board. So it has to happen in that order. They find the leader first. They're going to find you, and then you have to, then when you present their dream and they say, that's the dream I want to buy into too, then they'll follow you. So it has to happen in that exact order. So first, you must have a dream. So what is your dream? Odds are your dream is if you're on my team, you bought into me and you bought into my dream. Again, my dream is to have total financial and time freedom. So I'm going to assume that that's your dream too. If you're watching this video and you're in my Drink ACT on my Drink ACT team, then you probably have that exact same dream. So you got a dream. The next thing you have to do is people must buy into you. You must have people buy into you. Now, how do you get people to buy into you? It's the million-dollar question here. What I did is I focused on the 3 C's. The 3 C's are character, competence, and commitment. I talked about these 3 things before, actually twice before, in 2 different videos. Character. People are looking at you to see if you're a likable person. Are you someone that they can like and get in a car with and take a drive with, take a journey with? Are you someone that has integrity? So those are 2 things I really want to have in my life. Is I want to be a likable person, and I want to live my life with the utmost integrity. And people can see that. And when they see that, they're going to buy into you. The next thing they're looking at is competence. Is this person competent? Can they take me from point A to point B? Can they take me to where I want to go to? How do you get more competent? You do a lot of personal development. Every single day I spend 30 minutes working on personal development, listening to a new audio tape, or reading a new book on personal development. You know, the first book I recommend reading is this 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. That will build up your competence. Being on conference calls, watching videos that I shoot, that will make you more and more competent. When you become more of a more competent person, people will see that and they will buy into you more. The third thing people are looking for to buy into you is commitment. It's one thing to know how to get from point A to point B. It's a total different thing to actually be committed to getting to point B. So again, people are looking for 3 things in you. They're looking at your character. Are you a nice person? Do you have integrity? They're looking at your competence. Do you know how to get from point A to point B? And third, are you committed 1,000% to getting to point B? Once they see those 3 things in you, they will buy into you. The third thing is you must have people buy into your vision. Where do you want to go? So once they bought into me saying, yes, Paul has these 3 things. Now, Paul, what's your vision? My vision is to help people get total financial and time freedom. And they saw that and they said, you know what? This guy has got character, competence, and commitment. I bought into him and he has a great vision. I am definitely going to follow Paul Kroto. Now, there's a very, very simple mathematical equation here that John Maxwell has in his book. It says leader plus vision equals result. Very, very simple. There's 4 scenarios that go with this. The first scenario is people don't buy into the leader. People don't buy into their vision. What you need to do is get a new leader. Very, very simple. The next scenario is people don't buy into the leader, but they do buy into the vision. They're like, well, this person has no good character, not a good person. He's not competent at all, and he has no commitment. One of those things is missing, or all three of those things are missing, but that person has a great vision. They want to achieve total financial and time freedom. Well, that's what I want to do too. What you need to do is go get another leader. Go find someone who possesses those 3 C's and has that vision. Okay, so go get another leader. The third scenario is people buy into the leader. Hey, this is a great leader, but they don't like the vision. You know, the leader's going in a total different direction they want to go into. Now, if leaders are competent enough, they will realize this is happening. They realize that they are a very competent person, that they're very likable, they're very committed, but they get a feeling, they get some feedback from the team, and they say that, you know what, this team is not buying into my vision. So you know what I need to do? I need to get another vision. Okay, that's another scenario that could happen out there. Now, the fourth scenario, where the real magic happens, is people buy into the leader, they buy into the vision, and what happens is people get behind the leader and great things happen. Here's a great quote that illustrates that. When people believe in their leader and the vision, they will follow their leader no matter how bad the conditions get or how much the odds are stacked against them. Okay, so that's what happens when people buy into the leader and buy into the vision. People will follow that leader no matter how bad the conditions get or how much the odds are stacked against them. Last quote here. As a leader, your success is measured by your ability to actually take people to where they want to go. So that's the only measure of leader, folks. Can you take people from point A to point B? That's what a leader does. That's what it all comes down to. But you can only do that if people buy into you first. Nobody's going to follow you unless they buy into you first. And it really comes down to those 3 C's. So to master the law of the buy-in, you've already watched this short video. Great job. I urge you to listen to the 5-minute audio recording below by John Maxwell. I urge you to read chapter 14 in the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, the law of the buy-in, so you really understand this law. I urge you to read the applying page at the end of this chapter. It's a very good page that really gives you some great tasks to do. So you can start applying this law to your Drink ACT business today. 5, I really love you to read the questions under Appendix A and score yourself on this law. Meet with your coach on this. Ask your coach, do people buy into me? How much do you buy into me? And they'll be open and honest with you. You know, on all these scoring things, it's so important to be open and honest with your coach, and your coach should be open and honest with you so that we can actually move forward here and see where your weaknesses are. If people don't buy into you, that's your number 1 problem right now. We have got to get people to buy into you first before they're going to buy into your vision. So we got to work on your character or your competence or your commitment level. One of those 3 things is lacking if people are not buying into you. And then the last thing is you got to have a vision. You got to be strong to that vision. Have a strong vision of exactly where you want to go. And people see that. See, people see that I have a strong commitment towards achieving total financial and time freedom. And they know that I'm committed to getting there. And it's a vision that they have also. So that's why I have so many people following me and so many people being successful, is because they bought into me and they have the same vision that I have. Number 7. Number 6, if you score low on this law, refer to Appendix B in the back of the book. It'll help you, refer you to some books and some chapters that will help you grow in this law. Number 7, meet with either one-on-one with your upline or in a small group to discuss this law so you really get a better understanding, a better grasp on this law. And last but not least, focus on the 3 C's so people buy into you. That's got to be step number 1. People have got to buy into you first. Then present them with your vision. If they have the same vision as you do, I promise you'll have a great Drink ACT organization and a great team, and you'll make a lot of money here once people buy into you and you find people that also have the same vision that you have.